Tora, Cheetah Mama. This is another episode of Sip My Tea Tuesday. And I was going to talk about another story about me getting cheated on. All right. Okay. I'm trying to think about how I want to say this. It's kind of... All right. So I dated this guy. I liked him a lot. It was really, really cool. And, we hit it off perfectly fine. I started to realize that he was kind of narcissistic. He was always like kind of, like being really mean and acting like he did everything perfect. I was always doing everything wrong. It's like he was controlling, manipulating me, lying to me. And I just had such a sweet heart. I really wanted to believe in the best in him. And I really, really tried to do that in that relationship. I tried so fucking hard. I gave it my all. He wasn't so much older than me, but he was a little bit older than me. So I assumed that he wasn't playing games, but that was definitely not true. So there was one night in particular that they have the game, the fight. The fight comes on, the boxing fight or whatever. And what happened was he invited me over, and he was like, come to my house later on. He said, I'm gonna have the fight at my house later on. I was like, okay, cool. But he didn't necessarily really invite me. So I was like, okay. I didn't hear anything from him for like 8 hours. And I decided to go hang out with one of my friends since I was at home bored. And so he ended up calling me while I was in the car with one of my friends. And I was like, hey, what's up? And he's like, hey, I'm going to the fight. I have the fight. I'm doing the fight or whatever. What are you doing? He said, what are you doing? I'm sorry. He said, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm with my friend Ashley. He's like, oh, I was doing the fight or whatever. I was going to invite you. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, we can come. And he was like, no, don't come. It's fucking over. I don't have time for this. You're playing too many games. You should prioritize me and put me first. And he, hangs up in my face. And told me it was over. And then, I was like, I'm just gonna go anyways, you know what I mean? Since he wanted to make it seem like I was just such a bad girlfriend, I was like, I'm gonna surprise him with myself, and he was so mean on the phone. He was just like, you're not prioritizing me, it's over, I can't deal with this anymore. He literally broke up with me. And I didn't say that I wasn't gonna come. I said I was gonna come, and he literally just tripped out and spazzed out for no reason. So I decided to show my face. I said, I'm just going to go to his house. So I gave my friend the address. Let's go to his house, he wanted me to come. He's freaking out about it. So I'm going to surprise him with me. So it took us 20 minutes. We finally got there. When we got there, I knocked on the door. And no answer, no response, but you hear the music very, very loud. And I came with two of my homegirls, and they were like, oh, yeah, they're definitely in there. And I'm like, but they can't hear the door knocking, and these, oh no, they're definitely going in. They're definitely in there. And I knew that he had a patio area and that he normally has it open. So I was like, okay, I could just go around to the patio and just kind of wave and scream and let them know that I'm here because they can't hear me through the door. So right when I, went to the patio, I saw a girl in his house by herself. And I was like, what the hell, And I didn't say anything about it. And then his brother walks outside the balcony, and I was like, oh, hey, what's up? And he's like, I don't know you. And I'm like, yeah, you do. I'm his girlfriend, And he's like, oh, okay, I remember you. Yeah, he acted so shady and stuff. He's like, what's up? I was like, well, he said that he was having a fight party, and he told me about it, and I came to show my face. Oh, well, he's not here. And I was like, he's definitely there. He's like, he's not here. And I was like, he's literally in there. I know he's here because he literally just got off the phone with me and said he was there, right? So next thing I know, this guy calls me. The guy I was dating calls me while I'm outside. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm at your house. He's like, why are you there? I'm like, you're here, dude. I know you're here. Like, you literally just got off the phone with me. Like, you're literally here. And he just, like, swears up and down that, like, he wasn't there and that his brother was there with his girlfriend. I just didn't believe him. Like, I just really had a feeling that that man really was in there and hid himself. You know what I mean? And was literally watching me the whole time as he was talking to me on the phone. Like, oh, what are you doing? I'm not here. I'm not there. Da, da, da. And, his brother was like, well, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you should just go on ahead and go because the fight's almost over anyways. And I was like, okay. So my homegirl had went to the door. One of my homegirls had went around to the door while I was talking to his brother. And oh my God. So she said that the door was wide open when she got there and two guys were sitting on the couch. And one of them was my boyfriend. And she goes, hey, you know Shantora? And he's like, who? And she's like, yeah, do you know my friend Shantora? She's looking for L. And they're like, no, there's no L here or whatever. But that's literally was his name that he went by. And so I went in the car and I was just really upset. I was like, this nigga is freaking here, you know? Then I go back around because I was like, where's Ashley and them? And I went back around to look for my friend. They were actually at the door and they're like, oh yeah, they just let us in and everything. And I'm like, oh, okay, what happened? And he's like, yeah, that was your boyfriend. He was in there. He said that he didn't know who you were. And I was like, and then he was like calling me saying like, oh, I'm not there, I'm somewhere else and all this stuff. And then she was like, he said he didn't know who you were and this and that. And what ended up happening was I got really upset. I showed her a picture of him and her boyfriend just to confirm, and they were like, oh, that's him. That's definitely him. He was sitting on the couch. He said he didn't know who you were and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the, you know? And then the guy called me back that I was dating, and I went off on him because I knew that he was fucking with me and fucking with my mind and my emotions, and I was so not cool. He's literally telling them, oh, I don't know who that is and all this stuff, and had his door wide open when I'm on the other side talking to his brother. And then when I go back around, they close the door and lock it again and shut it and all this stuff, and the TV's all extra loud again. I'm like, and I literally saw a girl in there, you know. The whole situation was just so weird. And I remember like him just like, you know, like he called me back like, ooh, where you at? I'm like, you know that I'm at your door and I know that you're in there. I literally knew the man was in there. Like, there was no doubt in my mind that he was in there. He was playing games. He probably had multiple women in there for all I know, just really trying to, you know, pull a fast one on me or whatever. So what ended up happening was I got on the phone with him and I said, don't fucking call me anymore. Fuck you and goodbye. Okay. He sent me this long message or whatever, and he said, I was like, oh God, I'm trying to remember the text I sent. I was like, don't be playing games or whatever, and I accidentally spelled games wrong because I was like, it was like autocorrect and it spelled it wrong, and he spelled it right back to me the right way. Like, oh, it's this word. And I'm like, excuse me, you know? I said, don't talk to me anymore. Like, I'm not going to be playing these games with you. I'm too old for this. Like, this isn't right. This isn't fair. You know that you're in the house and you're fucking crazy. And so he was just kind of kept on sending me message correcting the words that I said. Like, it would, like, if I, you know, spelled something wrong or whatever, he would just send it back to me spelled the right way. Then he was like, whatever, I don't care at all. I don't care. And then he told me something about he didn't care nothing about me at all, that he was like, I don't care about nothing about you. He was like, you mean absolutely nothing to me. And I just thought that was so hurtful because I really liked that guy, and I knew that he was playing games and fucking around on me, and I always kind of had a sixth sense that there was something else going on, but I never really, like, you know, looked through his phone or had any proof. But to me, that was kind of proof, like, to come up with all these lies and do all these things. And shortly after that, this man, I don't know if I want to say this, but shortly after that, this man ended up stalking me. And it's pretty crazy. He ended up stalking me, and I know that he's still trying to find me. So it's like, I'm not understanding how you can fuck someone up so much and then you think that it's okay. You know, you're narcissistic. It's like, you are not, it's not okay. You know, like, you're not holier than thou. Your shit doesn't not, I mean, your shit doesn't not, your shit stinks, okay? Like, you walk around like your shit doesn't stink. You're not nice. He was so mean to me in this relationship. And it broke me. It broke me so much. I was broken so much in this relationship. I don't think I've ever cried that much in a relationship. It was just the most horrible thing that I ever experienced. Like, going back and forth with someone always breaking up with me every other day, and me not, like, we were just going back and forth constantly. We weren't very consistent in our relationship, and he just constantly had all these games and all these lies, and it was like he was just trying to fuck with my head. Like, he would tell me that things were happening that weren't happening, and vice versa, to confuse me. And then if I would say, oh, well, this happened this day, he's like, oh, what are you talking about? That never happened. Like, he was just really trying to mind fuck me, and he did, and he succeeded, and I was so sad behind it. So I'm gonna actually leave a link below. Please don't judge me, but I'm literally in tears in this video. You can only watch it if you click the link, because I put it as unlisted. But oh my god, like, this man terrorized the fuck out of me and played me so bad and so dirty that even to this day, it's like, I am still damaged and I am still healing, and I've never dealt with so much grief in a relationship. It made me question everything that I ever thought I could, everything that I knew, everything that I felt. Like, it made me question everything to its core. And I realized that dating a narcissist is not an easy task. Dating a narcissist is such a roller coaster, and so crazy, and so it's just everything that is just not great about dating someone. And they're just selfish. Anyways, I don't want to just get into all of that extra stuff, but the moral of the story was that I should have definitely noticed the signs behind this man beforehand. And now it's like, this man hunts me for the rest of my life, it seems. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me for tea time. I had to drink a drink. Like, I had a drink. Thank you so much for joining me for tea time. You guys have a wonderful day. And thank you for everything. Bye.